Staying on the issue of caste and social justice, I mean, caste is occupying the central space in the political discourse at the moment. Like Anil said, it's an issue which leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has been talking about quite a bit. So, is this really like a Mandal 2.0 moment in Indian politics? I mean, why is caste at the forefront of political discourse, the political priorities of the opposition at the moment?
Tell me, when has caste not been a point in this country? Is there anything else which is a reality in this country? See, everything from the birth to the death is decided by caste. And if people want to debate that, we can. And that's the biggest elephant in this room. And that's what BJP has been hiding. Now, my question to BJP is, they have projected themselves as the harbinger of the Hindu society. When a caste census comes, who is going to get benefited? It is the majority of the Hindu society which is going to get benefited, right? Now, my question is, why do they don't want that? It's an absolute, I even feel we are the only country where the majoritarianism itself is fake, In other majoritarian countries, the majority gets a great deal and the minority gets a rough deal. Here, the majority itself gets a very bad deal. Can you understand how funny it is? So, the whole thing is, now, for everything, if you really want to make those voices heard, you really need to do an X-ray. You really need to understand how many of them are there. By doing a census, you are not going to do anything. We have not even spelled out what will come up with the census. But BJP is absolutely worried about that. Because it's an upper caste controlled Hindutva ideology. Hindutva is not Hinduism. Hindutva is a political construct. And that construct survives on the caste structure, And that is why they are really worried about when we talk about caste. And I think that is the big elephant that we have to start discussing. If you beat any state, any educated class, caste is the reality of this country. And if we don't address that openly, I think we are not going anywhere. And this idea that, caste certificates ko ban kar do, caste chala jayega. Fir caste census mat karo, caste chala jayega. These have been ideas we have seen for a long time in the way, earlier, I once heard this nice anecdote from somebody. Earlier, when a boy used to come into a school, the school teacher used to ask him, which caste you are? And then the boy used to say, I'm a Dalit. He used to say, go sit down the other side. Today, when the same boy comes to the class, we ask him which caste. They say Dalit. Say, we go and sit in the front bench. For both, intentions are different, but you need to ask what it is. You need to know what it is. Otherwise, you can't provide affirmative action. How would you provide affirmative action? And without affirmative action, how would this society survive? And if this basic 101 of politics is not understood, then I think we really have to rethink our whole idea. I think the last 30, 40 years, we have stopped politicizing ourselves. We stopped understanding what matters, right? Same is the case with women. We need to understand what women go through. And if we don't provide what women, if you don't provide the affirmative actions and push, then the society is going to go absolutely unequal. And that's not a great thing for a democracy. And people might think it is just to correct some injustice, but that's not the case. That's not the only case. Even for a society to run in a proper way, you need to have affirmative actions, and for that you need all these things. And I think caste is a very important idea that we have to understand and annihilate. It is not just protect the Dalits or try to blame the upper caste, but we have to annihilate caste as a structure in this country.